We've had about 65 episodes now of how chiropractic has improved someone's life. Today's episode is special because it's about how chiropractic improved someone's career. In this special interview filmed in Mallorca, Spain during the Discover event with Dr. Mark Styers, I'm talking to a surgeon, Dr. Dalia Meier, and how an experience with chiropractic changed the course of her career for the better as she was founding her family. So it's a really exciting episode, and I think one that you'll find fascinating as she balances out who she is as a doctor and what is the role of a doctor in helping their patient to heal. I'm Jenna Quinton, founder of Adjust Your Media and host of What Chiropractic Doesn't Cure, Stories of an 8 podcast. Go to the show notes for more links and more information, and let's get started. So I would love for you to share your story. How did you find chiropractic?
Well, I think chiropractic found me. It was coincidence, or I say the universe brought me to Mark Styers from the American Institute for Chiropractic, and we were there with friends because of my husband. They were thinking about some ventures with NFTs, was an idea of Mark, but as so it happens, Mark saw my little one, my firstborn, and as he tells the story, then he only saw my little one. He saw, and we had a really long evening then. We talked, Mark talked a lot. He told so many stories, but as he then explained afterwards, all this time he was talking, but he was working on the little one.
Yes.
On my baby. And when I saw that, I thought, wow, so cool. I want to learn that. I want to see that. And that's how it started. So, and then I'm a surgeon. I'm an orthopedic trauma surgeon. And I found chiropractic very fascinating because you can change or do so much with no risk,
Yes.
And then I started with the bootcamp by Mark Styers, and it was really nice because it felt natural. I think that Mark almost tells his stories about his surgeons who the ones that learned by him, and then I think it's for doctor it's pretty easy, the anatomy, and it's not difficult, when you say it's something like some anatomical structure, it okay. It's easy, and for all other people, when you go from different field, it's like, oh, what? You're in somewhere outer space because it's a lot of information, anatomy, and so on. I found it kind of came natural. It was easy. That I was shown some adjustment techniques, and I can do it. And then I wanted to practice more, and so it started, and then I branched out. I went to more and more seminars, and now I'm beginning my new venture. I'm starting my praxis. So at first, just me, myself, and we'll see where the journey leads.
Beautiful. So what was the experience with your child? What was it that captured Dr. Mark's attention, and what was your experience for your child before and after chiropractic?
Well, I saw that his eyes were a bit uneven, but it's the same, what I think, like the frustration for a lot of mothers when you see, especially with babies, little children, you go to the doctor, pediatrician, you can do that. It's usually, the answer.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you see, okay, there's like this. You notice it, but you don't put any more thoughts in it. And then Mark said, okay, he worked it, and his skull became more even. Yeah, and just it showed me the path. You can do so much for your family.
Yes.
You don't need medicine, you don't need pills. I just put the solfeggio frequencies, and my child relaxes. When the teeth comes up. They wake up, I put the music, they fell asleep. It's so easy. And I was really astounded, or I was like, why is it mainstream? It's so easy because I see the frustration, especially when you, as a mother, when you go to the doctor, they don't have any remedies.
No.
Yeah, and I have a couple of friends who have really hard time with the little babies when they have reflux, with sleeping issues, and they say, oh, you go to the chiropractor who is good at pediatric chiropractic, and it can be solved.
And so many doctors will say, oh, they will grow out of it. Or they say, oh, that's common. But I think like what you're saying is for mothers, for parents to realize just because it's common doesn't mean it's good.
It's really difficult time. I have a friend who had such a difficult time. It's like when you hear what she really went through, no sleep. Like her little one had to sleep on her chest, and she was always upright, every night. It's just like, yes, but you can like remedy that. And you don't need the suffering from the little one and for you yourself. And the family can grow, healthier, happier. Also, just why do you need to go through that? It doesn't have to be that difficult.
Yes. And I love that you like had that innate nudge as a mother that you noticed this isn't quite even, that you already felt that. And I think that mothers should learn to listen to themselves and who know their child so well.
Well, that's really fascinating. I'm going with the second one. We're going to the group from ladies, just where the little ones, they play, and I have an encounter with one mother, and she told her story. Well, the little one was so sensitive. She said that they couldn't go out from home because you could feel she was like nervous system would be overload.
Yes.
And it was so interesting how she found a way. She noticed, okay, so I need to be with my kid, with my little one, just at home, really dark place, then to venture a bit outside. But I was listening and wow, okay, she found everything herself. And it's so natural, we as mothers, we notice this and we just find a solution, and the doctors, I also said, it's really so funny. They can't do anything, she said, yes, it is so, they will grow out of it. So you can see how your innate intelligence guides you, especially as a mother.
Yes.
To really trust that.
Yes. So how was your experience different with your second baby? The pregnancy, the delivery, what was different? Because if I understand right, you were under chiropractic care for your second baby?
Yes, I remember I had a really bad cold when I was like late pregnancy, and then you have like this heavy weight on your chest, and it is such a it's not a symptom that you can like remedy or heal in like traditional medicine. You just feel you have like not enough energy. It's like this late COVID syndrome. You feel that it's not right, but there's nothing like specific about it. And I got a test and you get this light in your breathing, in your posture, and it's really a gift. I think that's really sad that so little people can enjoy it. And it's well, for me it's easy. You don't have to do it. It's not nothing difficult like surgery. It's just, and it doesn't have any no consequences.
Yeah, the basics of life. My children will say it's not rocket surgery instead of rocket science. So I want to go back to you are a surgeon. So how long were you in the medical field before you decided to do something different and be a chiropractor?
Well, I was now in Germany for like 10 years. So I was 10 years as a resident, and then Facharzt, or like attending in English American terms. And I noticed that after I encountered chiropractic, that my attitude changed. Especially when we did also spine surgery, and the view is totally different. In chiropractic, movement is life, and in surgery, movement, that's unstable. We have to stabilize it.
Okay.
So it's completely two different poles. I always wanted to be in the surgery, in the operating theater. I said, I want to go. That's really something, the thrill. I like to do that. And when you have a wound or something is broken, like, okay, how do I fix it? That's how I tick. And I love it. And I think that's important for doctors, somebody who, no matter what they do, that they like what they do, they are thrilled with it. And I noticed I'm not thrilled anymore. Just like, yes, yeah, okay, trauma is one thing, but spine surgery is like, you don't need to do that. Is it like really, to put the rod there? I just noticed this shift in my attitude.
Yeah.
But I felt it that it's maybe time for me to go away from surgery and do chiropractic. And that's how coincidentally or naturally became my second child. So I now have time to do this transition to see, is it really my path? Although I know that, but you still, I think that I try and then we'll see how it goes.
Wonderful. So I imagine the stress of being a surgeon and the lifestyle of the hours that you work also is a different thing for you as a mother now with young children. So as you're opening your practice, tell us more about the lifestyle change and where you're opening your practice.
Well, because of my second child, after the first child, I went back to work and I really noticed the extra hours. You don't go home on time. It's not usually not the case. So and it was also earlier before my kid, but you didn't notice that. It wasn't so in your face. So I had my second one. And now I'm still in maternity leave because we are very lucky here in Germany. We can really enjoy time with your child. And so I have now in our new home, I have a place where I can make my own and where the patient can come. So it's like really, really like soft entrance, soft change. It's like my husband supports me, and that's why I can like try my passion and build on that. It's really easy, and I'm very happy to be able to explore because I see my vision for chiropractic is I want a patient to experience everything that I like in chiropractic and chiropractic with the healing frequencies, and I love the music with it. So my practice will be a Klangwald. It's like a sound forest.
Nice.
So I hope that just to make like an experience.
Yes.
So that the person would go in this forest with music and could let it go, be a safe place, and I could maybe help them in their trajectory to health.
Yes. I'm just picturing that image from like an operating room where someone is hoping to be fixed to a sound forest where they're healing.
Yeah,
that's so beautiful.
True. Yeah, but you know what? The thing is also like I see this shift, or like I see this tendency that people want to be fixed, but they forget that I can assist. But it's their life, it's their health, and I can help, like guide you in your path, but you have to take your path.
Yes,
it's really daunting, and I think it's very easy to give up this. It
is. Because you have this really rich background in medicine and chiropractic. If you had a 13-year-old girl with scoliosis who was wearing a corset who came to you, what would you say? What would you do?
Well, now I'm going away from medicine from a surgery point of view, because when you open the spine, when you put the rods, and when you start with a spine surgery, it will eventually would be the second, third operation. It's very good when it is after 20 years, but it's very likely. So it is my point of view. You have to try other options. The surgery is really the last resort, so to say. And for me, it's very important to be open and to be truthful to your patients. Yes. And my attitude changed. I saw from the patients who had scoliosis and they didn't have to have surgery. Their spine corrected itself. Some more, some less, but it's corrected itself so that they are stable. So I would nowadays I would go this way.
Yes. It's a beautiful thing to offer options and hope and to say, let's see what we can do. And like you said, being a guide for people as...
What I would add, I think that what I took from the pediatric seminars that I was in is, you know what, if you would start with chiropractic from the babies, if the family goes to chiropractic, if they have their chiropractic practitioner, there won't be any scoliosis. Yeah, if you work it early, then you see this disbalance in the muscles and also the bones. You can work it, and then it's just a little problem. It can heal itself or it corrects it. It's just then you tell the body, hey, you can go that way.
Yes.
If it is helped early, it won't go into the extreme. Because it's really sad to see people who have you can say torture, but it is really hard pathology that they have to live with every day.
Because you talked about the forest, it does make me think of, little baby trees, young trees. And let's start with strong, healthy little baby trees and spines. So.
Yes. I think that would be lovely. If everybody had this possibility to go to have their own chiropractor or to know about it. Because I come from Lithuania, and I must say, earlier I didn't know anything about chiropractic. So in America it's very natural. You have your chiropractor, you have your DC, you have your medical doctor, and it's really symbiosis, I think,
It can be, yeah.
Yeah, but here in Europe, there are a lot of people who doesn't know anything about it. Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of possibilities.
Lots of possibilities.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.